Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming and this is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So guys, we have the new Doom Tower rotation going on, and we know that on each Doom Tower rotation we always have one of the bosses that we want to farm, and we want to try and get the full auto team as close to 100% as possible that can do it as fast as possible. So today I want to show you the team that I will be using to farm the Dark Fae Astromechs on 40, then it's gonna be on the next stage, and basically it's gonna be the same one that's gonna be on floor 120 hard. This rotation, at least from my point of view and from like what most people would agree, is the fact that Dark Fae is the stage that you actually want to farm because of it giving the lethal set that is like a savage set on crack, to say so. It's savage set. It's like 25% ignoring of the defense plus a 10% increased crit rate. This one, so it gives you 10% crit rate plus ignores 25% of the enemy's defense on a 4 set piece. Savage is just this one without the 10% crit rate. Having that extra 10% crit rate is insanely good if you think about it, that your champions need to hit 100% crit rate. So if you have a set like this, you only need to find 90% crit rate on the other pieces. So because of that, people usually try to find their best teams to try and do that. The team that I'm going to show today is one of the teams that I found out that works pretty decent, and it relies on herding, doing the killing of our own team. Basically what this boss does is when you get to the boss part, so you have to pass the waves, but once you get to the boss part, you have to kill your own team. First move that boss does, it copies your team, and then it copies all of your skills, masteries, gear, everything. So it's a perfect image of yourself. Therefore, you want to have somebody or someone that either kills you in the first shot, or you have somebody that controls the turn meter of your team and their team at the same time. So in my case, I'm using Deacon for that because I don't have a Lissandra. I could have used a Lissandra, or because I couldn't get Hernig as fast for that to like one shot my team, and once you get to the higher stages it gets even more difficult. So this team, it's not 100% working perfectly because I didn't try to perfect tune it on the dot. What I mean by that is, let me actually show you. So what you would try to do basically is you would try to have your Deacon as to be the fastest, because you would have it speed tuned in a way that when you get to the boss part, he would use his A3 that pushes their turn meter back and your turn meter front in front. You have him use this one and then drop defense or A1 whatever, and then you would have your Hernig start with either A2 or A3 or A1 to kill your whole team. So whatever happens on the wave, as long as Deacon has his A3 when you get to the boss part, Hernig is definitely gonna one shot if you have him built well, because he can kill with the A3, he can kill with the A2, or he can kill with the A1. If he kills with the A1, he gets an extra turn, and therefore he can do the other skills. Even if he's not booked, if he has the damage, he can still do it. That's the way you would try to build this team. And then I brought like Cold Heart, Royal Guard, Allure for basically turn meter control, decreased speed, and some enemy max HP damage, and more control obviously from Cold Heart with the Heartseeker. So I was saying, the best way you would try to have this one is Deacon the fastest, then you would want to have Hernig perfectly speed tuned so it goes straight after Deacon. So this would mean that I would need to make him a little bit faster. So let's say for example I have the mastery that gives him 18 speed, that's gonna be 231 speed. So you would need him to be like 250, 253, 254, so he'll go straight after. At the moment he's not, because my Allure is faster. And the problem is I only have one Allure. If I had two Allures, I could change this tactic and I could have my fast Allure that's for Fire Knight. Like this is my Allure that I use for Fire Knight, and I changed the speed boot. With the speed boot she would be 298 speed. If I had that boot on her, she would be too fast, she would go faster than Deacon, and it would be too much RNG involved and it would fail more often than it would actually work. So I didn't want to make it perfectly super amazingly speed tuned, because honestly it's I'm a little bit on a rush today because I have to work some things around the house. But I wanted to release this video and basically give ideas for people that would want to try to start farming the Dark Faith from this stage on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my recording of like 3 runs that I played on full auto, so you can see how it actually goes, and you can see the reason why I prioritize with this one. See how it goes, see what skills you use when you get to the boss part, and see the RNG that you can get on that one. So I will see you after the runs are done. Be right back, guys.
Calzone. 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 Calzone.
And we're back. You saw the fact that out of like 3 runs we have 1 that failed. It all depends a little bit, like I said, on the RNG, on proccing the true fears. However, if I had the higher speeds on everybody else, like if I had Hurnig to be the first one in our rotation, so if I had Hurnig be the second one after Deacon and one shot, then Allure could have come with her A1 and constantly control the third meter, plus the Royal Guard with the A3 controlling the third meter, and the Cold Heart with the Heartseeker. So this one can be perfectly speed tuned, so it gets like as close to 100% as possible. The reason why I'm not saying 100% is because there's that 3% where you can get something resisted. But it can get to be as close as 100% as possible if you want to specifically build your champions to do that content exactly. The reason why I didn't, like I said, I didn't make it so I can perfectly show it off is because most people, like over 90% of people, I'm 100% sure, do not have the luxury of regearing champions every single time just for specific content in the game. So even if it's like, I don't know, 80%, 70% success rate, you put it to farm in the background full auto. As you said, it was pretty fast, it was a minute and a bit. And if he doesn't win all of it, you come back and you replay it on auto. If you want to make it 100% and make sure every fight you do wins, then you have to make the champions that I showed you and build them in the way that I showed you with the right speeds. Let me just quickly show you the builds. So my Allure has like the speed I showed you, 100% crit rate, so she lands the decreased turn meter on the A1. High accuracy, for higher stage you're gonna need more. These are her masteries. Her masteries are for the dark, for Fire Knight to do as much damage. Then I have Deacon. Deacon I have like roughly same thing, a little bit of damage and with accuracy. Didn't even finish his masteries. And this is his build, perception plus accuracy. I have him really high accuracy because I use him in my 3v3 battles. Ooh, I just saw now that I have a funky stuff happening in the background. So I have it with high accuracy and like not as high speed. I have him speed tuned in one of my 3v3 teams. So I'm always trying to optimize in a way that I use the champion in the same build in several areas of the game. That's always my goal because I know that's more efficient for most people in general. Let me see this then. Hernig's build. Hernig is pretty, like, he has pretty good stats. He's in a Savage plus Cruel. Decent speed. He has no accuracy. Like, if you can get some accuracy as well on him, that would be preferred because he brings you decreased defense and decreased accuracy, as well as weaken and HP burn plus depleting the turn meter. So for this one, I didn't change his build for now, but for the higher stages, I would have to change it so I get him like over 300 accuracy, 350 prefer to make sure he always lands stuff. And these are his stats, like I said, the speed 100% crit rate, high attack, high crit damage, and the masteries, he has arena masteries because I use him as a nuker in one of my arena teams. So I just made some, like a funky combination of things for him. This one I took because at the same time I'm using him not just arena, he's my campaign farmer. So same thing that I mentioned earlier, trying to use the same champion for several things. Okay, Royal Guard is in my Hydra build. These are his stats. He's in a reflex set because you want those resets for Hydra. His masteries, again War Master for extra damage and the other stuffs to proc reset on his takedown. And then we have one of my Cold Hearts, the one that I'm using. I took Giant Slayer for extra damage for the boss part, obviously, and like, you know, common masteries for farming bosses and stuff like that. And I have her at this stat, 70% crit rate, you don't need 100%, in a Savage set. And with high accuracy again. So that was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this one helps you to find yourself a good team to be able to farm the Dark Fae, because it's the best, honestly, it's the best boss to farm from all of the rotations, as the most important set in the game from like an end game point of view is the Savage set. So I will leave you for today, and I will see you later. I might come back with another video later to show you some funky stuff I did with Bummel. Till then, take care, guys. Peace, love you all, and see you later. Bye, guys.